Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are in Attack Boost War. You all know the drill. I am going to feature my 6 war hits with commentary throughout each of the battles, and also explaining the teams that I bring to each of those battles. Real quick before we get started, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of when I drop new content. Without further ado, let's get into my 6 war battles. With my first flag, I'm going to bring my favorite Bernadette tank killing team with Damon, Lord Loki, and Costume Medea as the counters for Medea. I've also got Nautica and Grimsteel who will heal. Grimsteel obviously increases the attack growth and defense growth for all of my allies, but Damon makes it so that she cannot cast any ailments or buffs on any ally or any enemy. Lord Loki, of course, copies her special, and Costume Medea gives the shifting mindless attack on her and will attack 2 additional enemies. I do need to remember to not use Lord Loki's copying of special if the shifting mindless attack is on her. I've made that mistake before, and I will certainly not do that again, and I recommend everybody else to not make that mistake that I've also made before. All right, let's see how our first flag here goes. And we got a lot of blues to start. This is awesome. All right, let's see where I want to go first. I do have a blue diamond that I can set up, but does that actually help me the most? It can definitely be a little dangerous to set off cascades like we're about to with the yellow tiles that are going to happen afterwards, but we are going to set off this blue diamond and then likely hit it afterwards the next turn. We should be okay so long as there is not any crazy cascades, which it does not look like will happen unless if I get some greens up the middle. And we did get some greens. Please stop there. And this is exactly what I did not want to happen. All right, so now I have to deal with 5 turns of this painting stuff. All right. Let's see if we can do some damage to Bernadette. I'm just going to use Nautica and Grimsteel. Nautica came out of the painting, so that's good. I'm going to match these yellow tiles up against Nidus. Unfortunately, those specials did no damage to Bernadette. Nidus is going to go off soon anyway, so I'm going to throw some tiles up against him. I'm going to throw some more purple tiles up against Nidus. And I've got the paintings for 2 more turns. All right. I'm going to match these purples up against Bernadette. I've got the paintings for 1 more turn. I am going to match these red tiles, I think, up against Bernadette. It's going to set off a cascade with some greens, but that's okay up against Nidus. Actually, you know what? I don't want Nidus going off. So I am going to just match these greens on the bottom right, I think. We did get a cascade of purples. Please stop. Don't set up Bernadette again. Oh my god. Wow. And of course she's going to go off again. And Ashford's going to heal. This match is not going the way I was hoping it would. This is one of my favorite teams to go up against Bernadette, and I had a feeling I should not have taken that blue diamond at the start. Alright, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to survive another round of specials. But let's see if we can do some damage against Bernadette with what I've got here for these 5 specials. Not a lot. Richard's about to go off, so let's throw some tiles up against him. I'm going to match these yellow tiles so that I can move up that 1 red tile so that I can use Damon's special if he's not dead yet. All right, we can actually use a special against Bernadette. Now let's hit this yellow dragon here. This is probably going to kill Grimsteel and probably Medea also, although Medea did revive, although it doesn't really matter too much. Let's match these 3 blue tiles up against Bernadette. And our first battle is over. Definitely did not go how I was hoping. I felt like I set myself up for success after the first paintings went off, but could not recover from that. All right, let's move on to our second battle. Still very annoyed about how that first Bernadette team went, but I'm going to bring 4 tunes that will have a 75% chance to resist Bernadette's special. I've also got Thalassa as some healing, but I've got Richard and Magni that do extra damage with their specials against Reds, so hoping we can do some damage to her early on in this battle. All right, I am going to start off with these reds and yellows here in the middle. I think. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start off with the yellows on the bottom here. And then I'm going to match these reds up against Thorn, hoping I get a blue on the bottom. I did not, but we did get a cascade of blues. I'll take that. And I think I can set up a red diamond, actually. So I'm going to max these blues on the top left here. And then match these 5 reds up against Bernadette. All right, so I've got Leonidas and Marjana. Let's see what kind of damage we can do up against Bernadette with these 2. Perfect, okay. I think we can kill her with moving up this 1 blue tile. Although Dueler Filler just healed, that's not ideal. Okay, let's match these purples over here to move up the blues and see what kind of damage those 3 blues, and it does kill Bernadette. Perfect, okay. We are in good shape right now. Let's heal with Thalassa right now. And then I'm going to hold on to my specials since Dueler Filler's special makes it so that the special skill damage is less. So let's go some tiles up the middle. I'm going to hit this purple dragon, which is going to give me a couple yellow tiles. The Firestorm Ward is for 1 more turn. Okay, so I just got to hold on for 1 more turn to use my blue specials. For now, I think I want to hit this red diamond. That's going to give me 6 tiles, which will be enough for Marjana. Perfect. Now, I definitely want to get rid of the healer over here on the right with dual filler so that I don't have to deal with the special skill damage. Let's hit her with Richard first. And then let's hit her with Magni. See what kind of damage that does. Not quite enough to kill her. She has 399 health. I've only got one yellow. I don't think those yellow tiles are going to be enough to kill her, and I do not want to deal with the healing that she's about to give, so I am going to hit her with Marjana rather than hitting somebody for more damage. But that's okay. At least I don't have to deal with the extra healing. Let's match this massive blue diamond over here on the left. That is going to set off Thorn, but that's okay. I'm going to have Magni and Leonidas next. Let's see what kind of damage we can do up against Elkinen over here. That way I can ghost tiles over here on the right. Not quite enough to kill him. I'm going to hit this green dragon, which is going to set off the blue diamond and a bunch of yellow tiles. Perfect. Okay, this match is going much better than the last. Heal with the Lassa. Let's use Richard, and Leonidas and Magni should be able to finish off this battle, hopefully. All right, after a rough start, we are 1 for 2. I will take it. Next battle, I'm bringing 3 purples and 2 greens up against this Rosalind tank team. They've also got Quarry, they've got Toon Richard, they've got Pip, they've got Iacantha. So they got 3 Garrison Guard family members. Quarry will give that attack growth. I do have Fungustine, who has the ability to steal growth effects from enemies when his special goes off. Then I've got Darkfeather for that Darkfeather effect. 2 snipers with Von Rothper and Dumicia. Von Rothper also gives that dancing effect as well. Grover is going to give a Mega Fiend to somebody so that if the special for Rosalind goes off, I'm going to be able to replace that Mega Minion with a Mega Fiend. So let's see how this third flag here goes. I am going to start off with these yellows on the left horizontally, hoping I get a purple in one of the 2 spots underneath, and we did not. I'm going to match the greens on the bottom left. Again, hoping a purple comes somewhere. No purples. All right. I can see how this match is going to go. I am next going to match these 3 reds on the top right up against Iacantha to set off a little cascade of some purples. All right, we did get some greens. I am going to match these 4 reds up against Rosalind, hoping I get a purple. Maybe the second time around we did get 1 purple. I really need to heal already, so I'm going to match these greens over here, and then I'm going to match the other 3 greens on the bottom right next turn, although we're getting some cascades, and now I cannot match any greens. Awesome. Iacantha's about to go off. I am going to hit this red dragon, so I'll be able to match some greens next turn. And I've got options about where I can match those greens. I'm going to set them off against Rosalind so that I don't have to worry about Quarry or Pip's special going off. Hoping there's no crazy cascades. I'll take the purples, that's okay. Hopefully everybody stays alive. I got Domitia and Grover who are about to die. Hoping one of these Mega Minions does not kill them. Alright, everybody's still alive. Great. So let's use Darkfeather first, of course, since I'm going to get some extra damage from the specials that are about to go off. Let's use Fungustine next to heal. I'm then going to replace the Mega Minion for Rosalind with a Mega Fiend. Now I'm going to hit Rosalind with Domitia since she does extra damage against Holy. Now I am going to use Von Rothbert on... So Pip has a chance to evade it. Corey is a monk class who can potentially resist the dancing. Toon Richard has the Toon passive that has a chance of resisting it. Rosalind is a cleric who has a chance of resisting it. Iacantha is a ranger. She's the only person that there is a definite possibility where it will land. So I think I'm going to land it on Iacantha. All right. Now let's move up this green tile so I can match that next turn. I'm going to match these 3 green tiles up against Richard, and that dancing did spread to him, so that's awesome. And the dancing spread to Rosalind also, so she's actually going to die when that dancing ends in a couple turns. Nice little cascade. I will take that. I think I want to send the next Mega Fiend to Richard since he has the most health. So let's do that. And the dancing spread over to Corey. That's awesome. I'm going to hit him with some green tiles. And now I can heal with Fungustine. And that damage went off and the silence ended. Let's hit Richard with these purple tiles. Not quite enough to kill him, but that's okay. I've got another Mega Fiend that I can use. Let's use that on Iacantha. Richard is dead from the Mega Fiend damage. I am gonna move up these couple green tiles so I can match some greens next turn and heal with Fungustine. This match is going to be very close. All right, I am going to match these 3 green tiles here on the right. Let's heal with Fungustine. I need to try to not match tiles up against Corey, so I'm going to match these 3 red tiles vertically. I'm going to match these 3 purple tiles. Hoping we can get Iacantha dead within the next turn or two, and it does look like she will die. I am now going to hit this yellow dragon, since Corey's going to go off anyway. Hoping we get some sort of cascade other than that 1 green tile to hit Corey. We did not. Alright, that damage actually wasn't too bad. Iacantha's dead. Let's hit Pip with this Mega Fiend. I don't think they have a chance to evade it, but they got the Mega Fiend anyway. Very good. Let's ghost these 3 green tiles. Let's hit Corey with the Mega Fiend now. And we should be able to survive this match. Alright. Well, at least we have Mega Fiends over there. I think I might be okay. As long as I don't get any crazy cascades to set off both of them. And we did get some healing. Very good. Corey is dead. Now we just need to have Pip die from the Mega Fiend. And I think we'll be okay. And Pip is dead. Awesome. All right. We are now 2 for 3. That was a close one, that match. With this next flag, I'm going to go up against this Hreidmar tank team. I've got 3 reds with Pepper Flame, who will increase the attack growth for her and nearby allies. I've also got Spartoy, who will attack all and give some fiends. Relius, who is a healer and reviver and also gives a ward for the special skill damage of enemies. So the plan really here is to try to take out Hreidmar first if we can, and then Sable and Astrid shortly after so that they don't start reviving people. Let's see how this 4th flag here goes. This is definitely going to be an interesting match. I haven't gone up against a Hreidmar tank team in a war. I have raided up against them a few times. All of my reds activate in 7 tiles, so getting a 4 match is ideal if we can. I think if I move up these red tiles matching these blues, I can make that happen. And actually, I'm going to be able to make that happen pretty quickly. Hopefully there is not any crazy cascade that sets off Hreidmar's special. All right, cool. So we're okay so far. Let's hit these 3 on the right here with Pepper Flame first, so that Pepper Flame increases the attack growth. Hreidmar is dead. That's awesome. Let's now use Gestalt, since I don't know where Gestalt's magma cubes are going to go. Now let's hit these 2 on the right with Domi Ventus. Hopefully we can kill Sable. Not quite. All right. That's okay. I think if I just match these green tiles up against Sable, they're probably going to die. Awesome. And that's going to give me Spartoy special. Very good. Let's use Spartoy. And let's use Relius. I'm going to match this green diamond over here, see what kind of damage that does up against Leone. All right, Leone is almost dead, although she's probably going to revive like 17 times, but that's okay. Let's hit this green diamond, because that's going to give me my green specials again. And let's hold off on Relius' special. I am going to use Spartoy. I am not going to match those red tiles up against Astrid because I don't know if they're going to kill her. I want to ghost some tiles over on the right here. Yes. I think I could probably kill Leone with these 3 red tiles. Let's see what happens here. Not quite. All right, let's heal with Relius, which is also going to give me that ward to reduce the damage. Gonna move up this red tile, hoping we get a red underneath. We did not. All right, Astrid's about to go off and probably revive a bunch of people. So I am going to hit this purple diamond and hope that we get some sort of red tiles. And we did get red tiles. Very good. More than I wanted. I would have liked to have saved them for next turn, but that's okay. Only 1 person revived. Very good. Let's use Pepper Flame on them. Actually, yeah, let's use Pepper Flame. I really would like to kill Sable if we can. Of course, the 1 damage thing happened. Let's use Gestalt. All right. Both of the revivers are dead. Great. Now, let's use Domi Ventus and see if Leone actually maybe dies with these green tiles. Not quite. That's all right. Let's hit this green diamond. And Leone is going to revive again. How many times do these Wildcat family members revive? That's crazy. Let's see if these red tiles kill her. Nope. Master Evade. The healing on top of it is also wild. All right, let's hit this blue dragon, which is going to allow me to ghost some green tiles in a moment. Of course, Leonie's special is going to go off and probably kill some people. All right. Maybe we can end this battle. Wow. Still reviving. All right, let's match this red diamond here. Let's use Gestalt first to see if these cubes can end her. Finally. She is finally dead. All right. We are now 4 for 5, I think. No, 3 for 4 in this war. I can't believe how many times Leonie revived that battle, but I will take the win on that. With my 5th flag, I'm bringing 2 purples and 3 greens, including Smart Tongue, who I am bringing out of retirement. I probably haven't used her in a couple months, but I do like to use her up against tuned Vivica tank teams because she's going to reduce the max health of everybody and reduce the max attack strength of everybody as well. I haven't been able to use her because so many defenses have Garrison Guard family members who completely wipe out wither effects. So between that and the max health reduction of everybody, and them not having a max health increaser, that is going to make it easier for the special skill damage from Kolya, Mina, and Obakan to be able to do some damage. And of course, Obakan with the counterattack is also going to help as well. All right, let's see how this 5th flag here goes. All right, pretty decent board to start. I'm going to start off with the purples up the middle, which will set a cascade off with yellows so that I can match some greens the next turn. Actually, we get a yellow diamond and some more greens. All right, I will take that for sure. Let's match these 3 greens up against Richard. I'm going to match their 3 greens on the left next turn, probably. Yes, let's match these up against Marjana. All right, so let's first use Smart Tongue to reduce the max health and wither away some attack for everybody and increase the special skill damage. Let's see if we can do some damage up against Richard. I'm going to use Kolya first. And then the main part of Mina on Richard. Wondering if this might kill him? Not quite, but this 1 green tile might do the trick. It did not. And of course, Vivica's gonna heal him to like almost full health, probably. All right, let's hit this yellow diamond, do a little bit of tile dumping here. Let's do some more tile dumping here, I think, with these blues and reds here on the left. And that was a massive green cascade. I will take it. All right, we definitely need to heal. I am first going to use Smart Tongue, of course, first. And then Kolya, and let's use Mina on Vivica, actually. See if we can stop the healing sooner rather than later. I'm gonna attack the 3 on the right here since Marjana already has an evade on. And of course heal with Dia-chan. I'm going to match this purple diamond over here on the right, or on the left, rather. I am now going to move over this purple dragon here, because I only need a couple more tiles for Dia-chan and Obakan. I was hoping to not have cascades. That's going to set off Vivica again to heal. At least the max health is making it so that the healing is less. And Smart Tongue already going off twice is also making it so that the special skill damage is less. All right, let's hit this green diamond, which will give me my green specials again. Let's use Smart Tongue, of course, first, and then Colia. Let's see what everybody looks like now. Gonna hit Richard with the main part of Mina. And let's move these 3 green tiles up against Vivica, see what kind of damage that does with the purple cascade. And Richard is now dead. Let's hit this purple diamond, see if that maybe kills Vivica. Not quite. So close. Hit her with a disc. Man. I'm still feeling good about this battle, but would have been nice if Vivica did not continue to heal. Alright, I've got pretty much no purples and greens, so let's hit this red diamond, see if we can do a little tile dumping. And we did get some greens and purples. Not enough to kill Viv yet. But this green diamond should finally do the trick, although I could have used Bina. I didn't realize that he had a special. And of course, I needed it to kill her. Although, some of the minions killed her. Perfect. Alright. We should definitely be able to kill everybody with these 3 specials now. Between Smart Tongue, Colia, and Mina. Perfect. Awesome. We are now 4 for 5. 1 flag left. With my last flag, I'm going to bring a 2-2-1 team against this Toon Kagan tank team. They've also got Santa Pimenter, Welthau, Pip, and the Spiff Fox. This is kind of a hodgepodge team, but I'm pretty sure it's going to work out just fine. I've got D-Chan as my main healer, who will also give minions to Medea and Sable. I've got Isidori, who is an extremely hard hitter, but slow speed. I've got Fergus, who will reduce the mana, of course, for everybody and give a negative mana generation for everybody. But feeling pretty good about the team that I'm bringing up against this Toon Kagan tank team. Alright, I am going to start off with these green tiles on the right, setting off a little cascade of purples. Now, let's match these blues and reds on the right. Gonna match these reds up against Welthau. And then our blues up against Welthau. I don't need to use Sable, so I'm gonna hold off on using her right now. There's pretty much not a chance anybody's going to die anytime soon over the next couple turns, although I guess she would have got her special again anyway. Alright, let's use Fergus now to reduce some mana and so that he gets his full minion, or mega minion. And it actually did work on Toon Kagan, that's pretty cool. I was fully expecting him to resist it. Let's move up this 1 red tile so I can match that next turn and actually be able to match the purples, although Toon Kagan is dead also, so that works out great. Actually, I am going to match these greens on the right horizontally so that I can go some red tiles. That's going to make it so that I get Isidori special, but before I do that, I'm going to match these purples on the bottom right, so that I get my purple specials. Because I'm going to need to heal, especially after this hit from Pip probably. Not too bad, but definitely will help to heal. I'm going to hold off on using Medea and still hold off on using Sable. Spiff is a paladin class. He is about to go off in a moment, so I'm going to use the main part of Medea on him so that he gets that shifting mindless attack, and then Let's use the main part of Isidore on Santa Pimenta. That way, Santa Pimenta is definitely dead after this hit. And so is Spiff. Perfect. This match is going very nicely. Let's go some red tiles here. And match some more purples. Just gonna ghost tiles over here until I get what I want, pretty much. That's going to give me Diachan and Medea. Let's try to use the main part of Medea on Welthau, although they are a cleric class, so I have a chance of resisting it. But it did work. Perfect. Let's match some tiles over here. That's going to give me Isidore, and this match should be over with the main part of Isidore on Pip. Awesome. We finished this war 5 for 6, which was exactly what I did last war when I lost my first match and won my next 5 battles. So happy with how the rest of the war went. We are in good shape right now. We're at 45-77 points with 32 flags left. They have 39-42 with 39 flags left. So we've got more points and only a 7 flag differential. So feeling good about the status of the war right now. Kudos also to the Endless Knights. We actually set up a line chat for the 2 alliances to share some war hits, and you all have been super friendly. So it's been fun to battle it out and talk a little friendly trash with everybody, and thank you all for sharing your war hits with us. And then for anybody outside of our alliances that is watching, if you are looking for a new alliance, I am part of a family of alliances. As you can see, my alliance is full right now. We have 30 members, but we have 13 total alliances in the Guardians family. So if you are looking for a new alliance, looking for something different, whether that's a low level or starter level alliance, a mid-level alliance, or a competitive alliance, we have alliances of every skill level. So hit me up on the Line app. You can find my contact information in the description of the video. But that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. And if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you're sub to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.